In the blink of an eye, your life can change dramatically and for the best, but for the worst as well, and definitely for the worst. And that's probably the more common occurrence. What am I talking about? Okay, so I got horses. We feed them hay. We got hay bales right in our little area where the hay is, the hay shelter area. These hay bales are piled way, way high, and every day we got to fill their hay, their hay bags with hay from the hay bales, right? Okay, so I'm doing that, okay, and it got messy. Some hay bales fell on the ground, so I picked them up and threw them up on the top, on the very top of the bales. And we're talking, it's pretty high up, like maybe 10 feet or higher. And I just kind of threw it up there. And then I went back to stuffing the hay into the bags, right? And then, like, while I'm doing this, suddenly I get hit in the head from above. I get hit in the head with several of these hay bales that I, just haphazardly threw up there, came down on my head and like jammed my head and neck. And like I mean, it was heavy. It was poundage, and it was unpleasant. Okay, but here's the thing. So there appears to have been no, damage, other than the pain, and I experienced when it happened. But it could have been damage. I mean, this was heavy stuff, and it had it been an extra like layer of bale, uh, I might have, like, hurt my neck, done something weird, and but the point is, in seconds, in a matter of seconds, had that happened. Fortunately, it didn't. But had that happened, something really bad happened where it like jammed my neck, and I would need then like physical therapy or possibly even surgery. An extreme example, of course, but it would have changed my life dramatically in seconds. And why? Because I wasn't paying attention. Because I took the quick road, the fast road. Throw the hay bales up there, and don't bother to look to see whether they're stable up there or not. Just go about your business and hope for the best. Okay, not a good plan, right? Slow down. You move too fast. Right. Got to make the moment last. Okay. We got to make the moment matter. Okay. You got to pay attention. I should have paid closer attention, taken a few extra seconds to pay attention and make sure everything was okay. And interestingly enough, like later on in the day, and I'm walking along the path, and something happened, but I slipped. I almost like got my foot caught in something, and almost slipped and fell. And again, it was because I wasn't paying attention. Some of this could have to do with old age. It's like when you're young, you're invulnerable. You can like bounce all over the place. You can roll. You can fall. You can stumble and bumble, and you're fearless and anything, and you can handle anything. And your body is resilient and powerful. And you put a few years on yourself, like yours truly, and maybe you're just not thinking as clearly or looking as clearly or stepping as firmly. Okay, so definitely you got to compensate for that and pay closer attention. But even young people, I think, have the potential to cause serious mishaps simply by being in a hurry, by not taking a few extra seconds to pay attention, to look before you leap, to decide whether this is a good idea or not. Or my point is, even the mundane, the simple tasks of life, simple household chores, if you're not fully attentive, in a matter of seconds, something bad news could happen to you, and your life could change dramatically for the worse. Just a perfect example of this is, texting when you're driving a car. And we all. Well, I don't know. We all. That's not a good way to put this. Many people think again that nothing bad will happen. I can text and keep my eyes on the road, and it'll be fine. That's not a big deal. until it becomes a big deal, until somebody that that you don't anticipate suddenly slamming on their brakes or coming out of nowhere, going through a red light or a stop sign, and in that second, in that split second that you look down, you get smashed, and your life is changed, maybe forever, maybe you're dead. Maybe other people in your car are dead. Horrible things happen in the blink of an eye, and it's bad enough that nature is chaotic and does what it feels like, and we are it can be the unintended consequences of nature gone wild. It's bad enough nature will do this without us needing to lift a finger. So why should we help out? Why should we help the universe attack us? Right? Pay attention. Save yourself a lot of grief. Don't do things that are dangerous and unnecessary. Right? The texting thing. Okay, yeah, it can wait. Certainly, you could pull over, or it can wait. But that's the thing about this social media. We've got this like immediacy. It has to happen now. I must respond to that text now. I must see who's texting me now. This is important. No, it's not important. Almost nothing that we do is actually important. That's the grand irony of it. Yeah, we make mountains out of molehills all the time. We are a nation, a world of hysterics at this point. Chicken littles running around with our heads in our hands. The sky is falling, gloom and doom. Personally, I think the sky is falling, and there is a lot of gloom and doom around, and it would serve us well to pay attention and address it, but not by hysteria, not by catastrophic thinking, not by fear thinking. We need steady hearts and steady minds in the days to come. Right. Okay, so I ramble, I segue, so let me just conclude by saying, pay attention. Take a few extra seconds to pay attention to what you're doing so no unintended mishap might happen. And if you know there are certain things that are dangerous, even though the odds are large that they won't happen, like maybe texting and getting hit by a bus. But look, if you're the one in 100,000 people who texts, get hit by a bus, and is like paralyzed for the rest of your life, is it worth it? Is texting while you're driving worth it? There are other things. Is drinking while you're driving worth it? You get a DUI, that's life-changing. I've seen it happen. It costs money. It destroys relationships. It hurts jobs. And we're not talking about alcoholics. We're talking about people who just get unlucky on the day they had too much to drink at dinner. It's foolish. If you know there are things that are dangerous that can hurt you, if like simultaneous activities, like taking a Xanax and then operating heavy equipment, that's not advisable either. But right. So point being, try to, if you know things are dangerous, try to avoid them. Try not to actually put yourself in danger by paying attention. That's the message. Pay attention. Look before you leap. Right? Take it easy. Easy does it. Give yourself more time in your life. Don't be hurrying to get everything done. Try to release the need for the immediate responses to texts. Your need to look at your phone 147 times a day. The need to spend 2.5 hours on your phone browsing. It's not good. It's not good. The social media has opened up our world, and it's also made us crazier. It's delightful. All right, that's it for now.